I started hunting when I was 12 years old. I grew up in northern Minnesota. I was very fortunate that there was a ton of public land where I lived. And I moved out west 20-some years ago, and I could not believe how much public land was here. Without those public land, the odds of me standing here talking to you today about a hunter, about being a conservationist, would be pretty slim. And unfortunately, the trend in the United States is that access to public lands is getting more and more difficult. The Taylor's Fork drainage here in Montana is one of the most popular places in all of Montana for elk hunting. It's because there's tons of public land. We put our packs on our backs, we shoulder our rifles, and off we go. And this is just one little spot where the footprint of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation has made a difference for hunting. And every place in elk country has those same hoof prints, those same marks of the great work of the Elk Foundation. And if we're going to continue to have a vibrant elk hunting community, the work of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and the work they've done to provide public access in so many places is paramount to the future of hunting. And in no other place in the world do we have such a unique combination of public wildlife and millions of acres of public land for so many people to come and enjoy the experience of hunting. A lot of people come to me and say, Randy, you're a pretty big fan of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. And yes, I am, and it's not by accident. Because where I live, I can go in any direction and find important work that the Elk Foundation did that provides not just great habitat, but public access, places for the average hunter to go and chase the elk. In 2004, the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation was the leader who was able to preserve and keep intact this area we call Taylor's Fork. In 2005, I said, you know what? After all that hard work and seeing everything that was done to keep this intact, I'm gonna hunt Taylor's Fork that year. And I did. I got up on these ridges right in here, and I turned and I looked back. And one of the spots where I had been sitting just 2 weeks earlier, here's a string of bulls going across an opening. I just stood here and I looked around, and all I could do is think about, would this be the same if not for the work of the Elk Foundation? Would I be here? Would all the other hunters I saw at the trailhead, would they be here? And as much as this is just one little piece in my backyard, I can look over to my east, and I know there's the Dome Mountain Project and the Royal Teton Project. And I can look to my north, and I know that there's the Gallatin land exchanges that consolidated hundreds of thousands of acres of public access for hunters. In your backyard, if you live in elk country, there are probably similar places. And if we, as hunters, specifically elk hunters, intend to have more elk in the hills, we need more members. And in order to have more members, we need more elk hunters. And to get more elk hunters, we need more access for elk hunters. I've been a member of the Elk Foundation for 22 years. I'm a life member of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. I've worked side by side on multiple land exchanges and other habitat projects with the leadership of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. One thing that's always struck me is how important public access has been to the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. And not just public access by talking about it, but public access by doing something about it. There's no organization that has done more for public elk hunting access than you, the members of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.